ready to explore some of the most fascinating places on the planet.
I'm in. What are we diving into today?
Today, we're shrinking down, way down, to uncover the secrets of the 10 smallest countries in the world.
Oh, I love this. Micronations. They're like these hidden gems, often overlooked but bursting with unique stories and global impact.
Exactly. It's easy to assume a country's significance is tied to its size, but these micronations completely challenge that notion.
They really do. They show us that size isn't everything. It's about the impact you make.
It's about carving your own path, and these countries have done just that, each in their own remarkable way. First up, let's soak up some sun in Malta, a Mediterranean gem with a history as rich and colorful as its landscapes.
I've always wanted to visit Malta. It's incredible how such a small island can hold so much history.
Right. We're talking Phoenicians, Romans, Arabs, you name it. They've all left their mark on Malta.
And today, it's a blend of ancient and modern with stunning architecture, vibrant culture, and more tourists than you can imagine.
It's like stepping into a living museum. Speaking of unique landscapes, how about a nation made entirely of islands, hundreds of them scattered across the Indian Ocean like sparkling jewels?
Ah, the Maldives. The ultimate paradise, but also a stark reminder of the environmental challenges we face with rising sea levels.
Exactly. It's a beautiful paradox. On one hand, you have these idyllic islands, but on the other, they're literally on the front lines of climate change.
It really highlights the interconnectedness of our world, doesn't it? What happens in one corner affects us all.
Absolutely. Now, imagine two islands deciding, hey, let's team up and form a nation. Welcome to St. Kitts and Nevis.
A dual island nation with a unique claim to fame their citizenship by investment program.
Right. Invest a significant amount and voila, you're a citizen. It's a controversial program, but definitely a creative way to leverage their unique status.
It speaks to the resourcefulness of these micronations. They often have to think outside the box to thrive.
Speaking of resourcefulness, let's journey to the Marshall Islands, a nation scattered across over 1,200 islands and islets in the vast Pacific Ocean.
Talk about a nation with a deep connection to the sea. What always fascinates me about the Marshall Islands is their rich culture, particularly the significance of tattoos.
It's not just body art. It's deeply intertwined with their history, spirituality, even their deities.
Exactly. Tattoos tell stories, connect generations, and reflect the very essence of their cultural identity. Now, how about a country completely enveloped by another? Let's venture into the heart of Europe to Liechtenstein.
Nestled in the Alps between Switzerland and Austria, it's a country with a fairy tale-like setting and a history as dramatic as its mountain peaks.
From being part of the Roman Empire to becoming a sovereign principality, Liechtenstein has seen it all.
And today, it beautifully blends its rich past with modern life. Think stunning scenery, world-class museums, and vibrant festivals. It's like stepping into a storybook.
It sounds magical. Okay, from one landlocked nation to another, let's head to the oldest republic in the world, San Marino.
Completely surrounded by Italy, yet fiercely independent, San Marino's story is one for the ages. Legend has it that it was founded by a single individual, a Christian stonecutter seeking refuge from persecution.
Wow. And it's not just survived, it's thrived for centuries. Talk about defying the odds.
They sure have. And get this, San Marino has more cars than people.
Now, that's a fun fact. It's amazing how these tiny nations can have such big personalities. But speaking of defying the odds, our next destination faces a completely different kind of challenge, one that threatens its very existence.
Tuvalu, a nation of 9 coral atolls in the Pacific, is literally at the mercy of rising sea levels.
It's heartbreaking. Their name, Tuvalu, means 8 standing together, a poignant reminder of the one island already lost to the rising ocean.
It's a stark reality check about the very real consequences of climate change and the urgent need for global action. Okay, next up, we're shrinking down even further to explore the smallest island nation in the world, Nauru.
Nauru's story is both fascinating and cautionary. It's a classic example of the boom and bust cycle often seen with natural resources.
Exactly. Nauru was once famous for its phosphate deposits, bringing the nation incredible wealth. However, overexploitation took its toll, leaving behind environmental challenges.
It highlights the delicate balance between economic development and environmental sustainability, especially for smaller nations with limited resources.
It's a lesson for us all. Now, get ready for a change of pace, because we're heading to the land of luxury and glamour, Monaco.
Monaco, a micronation synonymous with casinos, high rollers, and of course, the iconic Monaco Grand Prix.
It's incredible to think that this playground of the rich and famous is actually smaller than Central Park in New York City.
I know, right? But beyond the glitz and glamour, Monaco has been quietly making some strategic moves to future-proof itself.
Exactly. They've been diversifying their economy, investing in sectors like finance, real estate, and even renewable energy.
It shows that even a nation known for its extravagance is thinking long-term and adapting to a changing world.
They're not resting on their laurels, that's for sure. Speaking of adapting, let's journey to the smallest country in the world, a place where history, art, and religion converge, Vatican City.
Vatican City. Situated within the heart of Rome, it's a city-state ruled by the Pope, the head of the Catholic Church.
It's incredible to think that this tiny nation houses some of the world's most treasured art and architecture, like the awe-inspiring Sistine Chapel in St. Peter's Basilica.
It's like a living, breathing testament to human creativity and spirituality. It's mind-blowing how much history and grandeur can be packed into such a small space.
And to wrap up this first leg of our journey, let's visit a place that challenges our very definition of a nation.
Oh, you must mean the Principality of Sealand. It's about as unconventional as it gets.
Picture this, an offshore platform, a former World War II sea fort, now proclaiming itself an independent nation. It even has its own flag, currency, and titles of nobility.
It's a fascinating case study. While Sealand isn't officially recognized as a nation by most countries, it definitely sparks debate about sovereignty, self-determination, and what it truly means to be a nation-state in the modern world.
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
It does, and it just goes to show that the world of micronations is full of surprises.
Absolutely. We've covered some incredible ground so far, from tropical paradises to landlocked enclaves, each with its own unique story to tell.
And we've only just scratched the surface. What other fascinating insights await us as we delve deeper into the world of micronations? It's incredible, isn't it, how these micronations really make us reconsider what a country can be.
It's like they're challenging the very definition, not by force, but by simply existing, by carving out these unique niches on the world stage.
And not just surviving, but thriving. Look at their economies. It's remarkable how many have found these incredibly specific, successful paths.
It's like they've turned limitations into advantages. We touched on St. Kitts and Nevis with their citizenship by investment program.
Right, and then you have Monaco, a place practically built on luxury. But even they're diversifying, investing in things like renewable energy.
It's almost like, because of their size, they've had to become masters of innovation, always adapting.
It's a necessity, becoming incredibly resourceful. Take the Maldives. They've turned their natural beauty into a tourism powerhouse.
But they're also incredibly aware of the need to protect that beauty.
Exactly. That delicate balance between economic growth and environmental protection. It's a tightrope walk.
Especially with climate change. Many of these nations are on the front lines, facing rising sea levels, the very real possibility of their home disappearing.
And yet, they're not just victims, are they? They're using their voices on the global stage, advocating for change, for action.
They're proof that size doesn't equal silence. And it's not just about their economies and geopolitical realities. We've also seen this amazing tapestry of cultures.
Oh, absolutely. Those rich traditions, like the tattoos in the Marshall Islands. It's amazing how diverse these micronations are, each with their own story to tell.
And they hold on to those stories, those identities. Look at San Marino, completely enveloped by Italy, yet they've retained their own unique language, their own distinct culture.
It's a testament to their strength, their resilience. I mean, think about it, centuries existing like that, a country within a country.
It's mind-boggling. The sheer history. And the diversity is incredible, from Malta's Mediterranean blend to Liechtenstein, tucked away in the Alps.
And even Monaco, beyond the glamour, there's this rich history, traditions that go far deeper than their casinos.
There's always more beneath the surface. So we've covered their economies, their cultures, their place on the world stage. What stood out to you most during this dive?
You know, it's their resilience. These nations, they're forced to be resourceful, to adapt, to find ways not just to survive, but to flourish.
They challenge everything we think we know about what a country is, what it can be.
They're a testament to the power of ingenuity, of carving your own path, no matter how small you might seem.
It's true. They really embody that idea of making the most of what you have, of not letting size dictate your impact.
It's inspiring, really. They remind me of those tiny but mighty creatures in nature, like ants or honeybees. Small but incredibly impactful.
It's like they've tapped into some secret superpower. But it's not a secret, is it? It's about ingenuity, about collaboration.
And a good dose of resilience, too. They face challenges head-on, find creative solutions.
There's a lesson in there for all of us, I think. We might not be micronations, but we can all learn from that spirit, that adaptability.
Absolutely. It's about focusing on your strengths, working together, and never underestimating the power of small actions.
So before we wrap up our deep dive, let's indulge in a bit of wanderlust. If you could visit any of these micronations, which one would top your list?
Oh, it's a tough one. They're all so unique. But if I had to choose, I think I'd go with the Maldives. Those pristine beaches, the vibrant coral reefs, it's a dream destination.
It sounds absolutely idyllic, and a chance to see firsthand how they're addressing the challenges of climate change.
Exactly. It's one thing to read about it, but to actually witness their innovative solutions, their dedication to protecting their home, that would be incredible.
It's a good reminder that even in the face of huge global issues, there's still hope. There's still action being taken.
Exactly. These micronations, they might be small, but they're proof that even the smallest among us can make a difference.
It's about changing our perspective, isn't it? Realizing that impact isn't about size. It's about the choices we make, the actions we take.
And who knows, maybe hearing these stories will inspire someone listening right now to embark on their own exploration, whether it's booking a trip to a micronation or simply looking at their own community with fresh eyes.
There's a whole world out there waiting to be discovered, often in the most unexpected places. From the smallest countries to the biggest dreams, it's all out there.
And that's the beauty of it, isn't it? The world is full of surprises, full of stories waiting to be told.
So keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep an eye out for those hidden gems, those micronations that remind us that size is just a number and impact knows no bounds.
Beautifully said. And on that note, thank you for joining us on this incredible journey into the world of micronations. Until next time.